Storyboards are a key component of the digital storytelling process. And in this section, we'll try to answer some of the basic questions about storyboards, including what they are, why they're important, what are the key elements, how can they be created, and also at the end, we'll provide some tips on creating an effective storyboard. So what is a storyboard? Well, basically, a storyboard is a written or graphical overview of all of the elements that you plan to include in the digital story that you're going to create. A storyboard serves as a blueprint or an advanced organizer that will help you as you begin to construct your digital story. The reason it's important is because storyboards allow you to visualize what your story is going to look like in advance, and there you can determine the timing and the sequence of all of the elements of the digital story, such as the script, the images, other media, music, etc. Probably the most important thing to understand is that storyboards allow you to make changes while you're in the development process before you actually sit down at the computer to put your digital story together. And this is really helpful because having this advanced, organized overview of your digital story will help you see what it's going to look like, and you can move things around, you can change images, you can change pieces of the script, and you can do all of these things at the stage where it's much easier to make changes than after you are using a computer and software to put the story together. So how are storyboards created? Well, you can do them very simply with just pencil and paper, or you can also use a computer and use software such as Word, PowerPoint, or Excel. And there are many storyboard templates available that are blank versions of storyboards where you fill in the material with your script and your descriptions, your images, etc. On our Educational Uses of Digital Storytelling website, you'll find downloadable templates for storyboards, as well as a tutorial on how to create a storyboard using Microsoft Word. So here's an example of a text-only storyboard. It uses sections of the script that will be narrated later, and it shows a description of the images and other media that might be included in this story. You'll find lots of examples of storyboards that include thumbnail images. These are small versions of images that you plan to include in your final version of your story. And it also includes the script that's going to be narrated. And sometimes you can add additional details such as transitions or effects or anything that you want to serve as a reminder of what you'll need as you put your story together. Storyboards can be fairly simple, or they can be much more detailed, as in this example. And some tips for creating successful storyboards include presenting your information in the right order in a logical and coherent fashion. Always try to include as much of the script as possible, so you should really write your script first and then put your storyboard together with the descriptions of images or thumbnails. Try to keep the visual elements simple but appropriate to what's being said in the script. And images can be clip art, they can be thumbnails, they can be just written descriptions, anything that shows the images that you either will create yourself, take with a digital camera, find on the web, etc. And finally, there's a lot more information about storyboards that you can find on our Educational Uses of Digital Storytelling website.